Marketing will help more people come to your business, find out what you do, but what's actually going to make them buy is the quality of your products and the customer experience that you offer. Hi, I'm Carolina Moreno Sargent, and this is How to Grow My Business. A lot of small businesses that are looking to grow think the marketing and getting people to notice you is the most important thing you need to do. But it isn't, because marketing is only amplifying what you're already doing. It's getting people to come to your website, it's getting people to notice your services, to call you. But if in the back end you don't have that structure in place and working smoothly, you're going to lose customers. They are not going to convert into sales. Marketing may be doing its job and bringing people in, but you're not going to close business and grow, which is the main thing. Before you start promoting your services, you need to ensure that your website is up to date, that you have a smooth customer experience, that if customers have questions, they can reach you. If you are selling something through your website, that it's easy to purchase and that they are not going to have any technical problems getting through to you. That's more important than marketing because that's what's going to make them buy and that's what's going to make them come back to you. So before you go looking for what's the shiny new thing in marketing that you can do and how you get people to come in, make sure that your house is in order and that everything is working smoothly. I'll give you an example. I was in a Facebook group and the person asked for some support from the community. And she posted the link to her website so that we could see what she was doing. And then she asked, what do you think is wrong? Why is it that I'm not selling more? I only had 3 orders this week. Why? And she posted some options on what she thought were the things that were preventing her from selling. And they were all about her products. She was saying, do you think that my product is not good enough? Do you think it's too expensive? Do they not look nice? Why is it that people are not buying? Turns out that the reason why people were not buying, in my personal opinion, and many other people that contributed to that discussion, is that her website was very difficult to navigate. You would go into her page, and in 30 seconds, you would have no idea what is it that she does. You don't know what product was on sale, what's the value she's offering, what is it? What is it that she's trying to promote? You couldn't get that in your first 30 seconds. Nobody's going to go on a scavenger hunt on your website. If they come to your website and they don't see the value straight away, they are going to bounce. They are going to move somewhere else. Make sure that you have a website that in the first 30 seconds communicates what is it that you do? How can you offer value? How can you help your customers? It needs to be about the customer. What is it that the customer wants to find in your website? So, your website is one of the things that you should be focusing on. Another thing you need to focus on is customer experience. If your customer has a question, how can they contact you? Is it easy to get through to you on the phone? Or do you have a contact us form on your website? Do you reply to those requests very quickly? Or does it take several days for you to get back to a customer with a question? If someone asks you for a quote, how long does it take for you to give them that quote? And do you follow up to see if they're interested in purchasing that service? How long does it take for you to follow up? I'll say from my personal experience doing some home improvements lately, I had several tradespeople that I have called and never came back. I had others that took 2 weeks, 4 weeks to come back with a quote when they said they were going to have it on the same week. I had people that came, started the job, and never finished and left. And I have to be chasing them saying, hi, when are you coming back? So when you have this type of experience with a business, the first thing is maybe you're already stuck with them. You're going to have to finish that service. but you're never going to recommend them to a family or friend. Also, you're not going to have good things to say to them if your experience was terrible. You're not going to leave them a positive review. You're not going to talk positively about them to other people. They're asking for recommendations. And that's more important than marketing. Marketing very often can be a paid effort to try and amplify your business and get people to come to you. But if you have loyal customers, they're happy with what you're offering, they're going to recommend you for free. So you have to make sure that you're making things very easy for your customers, very convenient, and that you can convey your value in a simple way that they are going to get in less than 30 seconds. So the better customer service that you can offer, arguably, the less you need to invest in paid marketing because you get more from your organic word of mouth promotion. And I've met a lot of business owners that can have 100% of the revenue coming from word of mouth and without having to do any sort of marketing other than just relationship and engaging with their customers on a regular basis. They are not paying for ads. They are not doing any sort of paid promotion. They just talk to their customers through social media. They talk to their customers on the phone. They engage with their audience and they make sure that they are happy and they are going to naturally recommend them. I noticed another issue with a lot of small businesses is that they focus on delivering the work sometimes, but they don't focus on selling. So if I'm a prospect and I'm calling someone, I'm calling a tradesperson for a quote, and they don't come back to me within a few days, or if they don't set the expectations when I call them and I say, I would like a quote, please. If they tell me, look, I'm really busy, I'm going to get back to you in 2 days, that sets the expectation, and that's absolutely fine. If I'm not able to wait for 2 days, I can tell them that, say, I need this quote today, please, and we are going to negotiate on that date. That's much better communication than you get from a lot of the tradespeople. When you ask for a quote, they promise to get back to you, and then 2 weeks later, you have to chase them for the quote because they spend a lot of their time focused on actually delivering the service. They are not spending time actually identifying the next customer they're going to have. That, for me personally, is a very frustrating experience. If I ask someone for a quote, if they tell me they are going to deliver that quote in 2 days, and 2 weeks later they haven't delivered, I'm probably not going to chase them. I'm just going to go to their competitor and try to get a better service. Because that tells me a bit about, first, do you respect me as a customer? It also sets an expectation. Is the service always going to take this long? If you take 2 weeks to give me a quote, how long are you going to take to actually book me in and come and deliver the service that I'm paying for? If you have a website and you're selling things online, what is the first impression that customers get when they come to your website? Why don't you do a test? If you're not sure that customers are getting that information straight away when they come to your website, share the link to your website on a Facebook community of other small business owners and ask them. Don't offer any suggestions. Just ask them, have a look at my website and tell me, what do you think that I sell? You might be surprised that a lot of people will answer different things. And that will give you some insight onto what is it the customers are seeing first when they come to your website. And guess what? That costs nothing. So before you invest in any paid marketing, make sure that you have the mechanisms in place to offer the best customer experience that you can. So it might be better to invest in someone that can help you give quotes to customers, or someone that can look into your website and verify that everything is in order and that you're offering the best value through there. There might be other things that are more important than marketing when you're starting. Make sure you set expectations with your customers and that you meet what you promised. You have to always deliver on what you promise your customers. If you say you're going to call back within 24 hours, don't miss that deadline. If you said that you're going to give them a quote back in 2 days, do it. If you have on your form, on your online form, that you're going to get back to them in 2 hours, then 2 hours is your limit. Make sure you have those service level agreements very public, that your customers know what to expect from you, and always meet those timelines. And if you're not going to meet for whatever reason, you're not able to meet that, communicate to your customer that you're not going to be able to do that. And they will respect you for that. Ensuring that you are transparent with your customers and that you value them is way more important than any paid marketing that you can do. And that's the sort of thing that's going to drive people back time and time again. It is so difficult sometimes to find vendors that do exactly what they say they are going to do, that when you find one that you trust, you keep coming back and you're happy to recommend them to others. Just think about your own experiences. Who are the businesses you recommend to friends? What do they have in common? How do they make you feel? How do they treat you as a customer? So it's making sure that you're thinking about the entire customer journey. You're not thinking just about bringing people in, but you're thinking about what can you offer them? How can you keep them coming back? And how can you get them to recommend others that are going to come in? So it becomes a cycle. What I want to emphasize is that before you go spending any money on marketing, whether it's social media or paid traffic, paid search, make sure that you have your structure set up so that you can follow up with those customers that are coming in. That if they're coming to your website, that your website can deal with the traffic, that you have the infrastructure to get back to them when they have questions, that if they're asking for quotes, you are able to reply on those quotes within the timelines that you have agreed with them. If you have all those things in place, if you're able to offer them value and show to them that you respect them as customers, I'm sure you're going to be much closer to closing that sale and making sure that they are recommending you and bringing other customers in for you. Happy sales!